In one of my earlier vlogs, I was explaining how I got to the position that I am in my life at the moment, where I had been working, building a business back in Johannesburg, an advertising agency. And when I look back on that business now, and I can look back on it unemotionally, objectively, and with the gift of hindsight, it's very easy for me to be able to see that probably for the last 3 years, while I was running my business, I wasn't really happy. The business was doing okay, and it was making money, and it was paying bills, and it was growing, and it was doing all the things that it was supposed to be doing. But there was this little bit of uneasiness inside me, which I don't think I spent enough time taking a look at and understanding what that was. And I want to talk today about a concept which I now understand in my life called the big voice and the little voice. And I believe that all of us have a big voice and a little voice inside us. Some people call the little voice your gut or your intuition. I call it my little voice because it's the voice that I feel most often is the best representation of me and exactly what it is that I want. However, the big voice is the voice that speaks the loudest. The big voice is often controlled, and it runs a set of strategies within your life pretty much that are dictated to you by any number of things that have influenced you as you've grown up. And those things are things like family, church, religion, politics, society, culture. All of those things create this internal conversation that you have with yourself where everything that you do on a daily basis, you feel needs to conform specifically to a set of rules and values that everybody has created for themselves. Sometimes, though, those sets of values and those norms and that big voice that tells you what you should be doing every single day may not necessarily serve you, and they didn't serve me for a long time. My big voice said to me that you need to carry on going, keep pushing, grow your business, keep doing what you're doing. Don't be ungrateful for the opportunity that you've made here. When really, I think I should have spent a little bit more time listening to my little voice. And if I'd spent the time listening to my little voice, I think it would have said something like, maybe you should be doing something else. Maybe this is no longer what you want to be doing. Maybe you should be finding something else that makes you feel more fulfilled. However, my big voice squashed this little voice, and I didn't create a lot of space in my life to be able to listen to this little voice. So the point of this vlog is purely just to point out that I think, looking back now, it's very clear to me that I have these two voices inside me. And I try to create space as often as I can to listen to that little voice when I'm forced to make a decision or to do something in my life, take a project, choose a travel destination, choose a relationship, whatever that thing is. Quite often your big voice, the loud, boisterous voice that overpowers almost everything that you do, ends up being the one that gets its way, and you almost run a strategy based on that. But perhaps if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, like I was, maybe not 100% fulfilled, maybe not 100% happy, give yourself some space and some time just to listen to that little voice. You might be surprised at what comes up.